Hello, Cujo here with another video. It has been a while since I've made a video, so I decided I'm going to start making some more videos this year. I'm going to try to do one each month. Already a little late on this one because it took a while for some of the parts to arrive. So this video, it's going to be a little different, but kind of the same. I wanted to focus on cloud gaming again because I love cloud gaming. Love the technology. I think it's a really good middle ground right now because hardware's kind of hard to get, so you can't get that GPU that you need. Maybe there's a better solution right now. There's a more affordable solution. Let's go with that. So, goal for this video was build a complete gaming and streaming setup for under $300. That means the computer itself, monitor, mouse, keyboard, microphone, webcam, basically everything you need to start streaming and gaming. Now, I've kind of done this in the past. I did a $200 Celeron build where I was able to game and stream at the same time. That one I was limited to 720p 30 FPS. So for this one, my goal was 720p 60 FPS at max bitrate on Twitch, which is 6 megabits per second. That was my goal, and I did it. It worked. I had to move away from the Celeron, so I went with a 7th gen i3. It only has 2 cores instead of 4, but it had enough performance that it was able to handle streaming and encoding 720p 60 FPS. So the PC I went with, it's a Dell Optiplex 5050. So kind of old, but I got it for under $150 on eBay. It was 148 shipped, I believe. So it was, right within the price range. I was like, okay, let's give it a try. It comes with the i3 7100, like I said. Comes with 8 gigabytes of RAM. Comes with a 128 gig SSD. It's a M.2, so I'm not sure if it's SATA or NVMe. It doesn't really matter for this build, but it does have expansion slot. If you want to add another drive in there, you could add actual spinning hard drive, or you can do another SSD. Not the greatest. I mean, 8 gigabytes of RAM is pretty low these days, especially for Windows 10. It does come with Windows 10 Pro, pre-installed with a license and everything, so that's awesome. 8 gigabytes of RAM though, end up being plenty for what I needed to do. It has the onboard GPU, it doesn't have a dedicated graphics card or anything like that, so internal's fine, and because it had quick sync, then it ended up being really good for streaming. Quick sync is a really good hardware encoder. It's not the best, it's not as good as like NVENC from NVIDIA, but for 150 bucks, it ended up being really good. The other nice thing about this is it had a lot of USB ports, which I'm glad because I needed a lot of USB ports because everything was basically USB. The microphone was, webcam, mouse, keyboard. Plus I needed some USB ports to power some stuff because since I only had a single monitor, I had to use I had an old Kindle Fire. I was using that for the Twitch chat, but there's actually solutions where you can have Twitch chat, displayed on your single monitor. I didn't know about that until I started recording this, so that's always an option too. So yeah, not a whole lot to say about this. It's really small, came with a power cable and everything. As a DVD burner, not a huge deal these days, but like my gaming PCs don't have optical drives anymore, so it's a nice little bonus. Yeah, can't really complain. Okay, so next up is the microphone. So this microphone was $30 brand new on Amazon, but it came with this whole kit. So it's the InnoGear UC016. Like it was under, like I said, under $30 for the whole kit shipped. I was very impressed that, I was able to get a mic, shock mount, mic arm, desk mount. It's got the little pop filter, the cheapo one, but it works. Then it also came with the USB cord, and last but not least, came with some Velcro zip ties. So let's hold off on the mic for a second and go over the rest of the stuff. So desk mount, Not the best. Mounts to the desk. What more can you ask for? Shock mount. It holds it really secure. Didn't really notice any vibrations in the microphone, but unfortunately I did notice vibrations in this because I really hate these kind of arms with the external springs and everything. Picks up every little noise, and then of course it's gonna just go straight to the mic. Even with the shock mount, it's still kind of loud if you hit it on accident. But for the price, can't really beat it. $30 for the whole kit, and it comes with an arm. You can upgrade the arm later when you get funds to spruce up the setup. One thing that was the biggest issue for me is this is a really long cable, which really good. It hits this arm quite a bit, and that's where a lot of the vibration and noises come from. That's why I'm so glad they included these Velcro zip ties, because then you can Velcro the cable straight here, and then it's not just hanging around, flying everywhere, and knocking up against it when you touch the desk or move the mic or anything like that. So that ended up working really good. Like I said already about the pop filter, it works. I don't like the whole huge pop filter in your face when you're talking, but it serves its purpose. It gets rid of all those plosives. So the mic itself, for $30, I wasn't expecting the world, but for $30, it's really good. I ended up buying this mic specifically because another content creator named EposVox, he did a stream a while back where he actually was reviewing multiple budget microphones, and this kit is one of the ones he reviewed, and I was very impressed with the sound that he was able to get out of this once he was able to EQ it. I'm not really good with audio, so EQing is, it's not my thing. I'm, able to get by a little bit, but if you can, invest a little bit of time in learning EQ and how to do it, you can make this mic sound really good. You're not gonna make it sound like, anything, SM7, 7B or anything like that. It's not gonna be phenomenal. It's gonna sound a lot better than most headset mics though, so that's, that's a win in my opinion. For 30 bucks, yeah. So next up is the webcam. So this webcam was under $20. Wouldn't really expect a whole lot from a $20 webcam, especially when a lot of people these days can use their phones, and their phones have a much better camera on them. I personally don't like using my phone as a webcam, so I decided to get a dedicated webcam also. Like I said, under $20. I think last week I saw it for around $13, which $13, it's just an insane buy for any kind of webcam that actually works. Just showing up is like, a plus in that case. The reason why I went with this webcam is because, like the microphone, I saw EposVox take this webcam, and while adjusting the manual settings, the brightness, exposure, stuff like that, he was able to get this to look pretty good. It's not gonna be the same as like a C920, but a C920 is like 2 or 3 times more expensive than this, so for 20 bucks, this is a pretty good webcam. This is the TENVIS TW888. If you go on Amazon, you'll find it underneath the name TENVIS 1080p USB webcam. Nothing fancy about it, nothing special, but for under 20 bucks, this is probably the best webcam you're gonna find. The fact that it's always in stock too is really helpful. I've gotten to the point where I started using this for like Zoom calls on my work laptop, because laptop webcams, they're pretty bad, so this is an upgrade from a laptop webcam. I'm happy with it. For under 20 bucks, can't beat it. So next up, I have the peripherals. I have this mouse right here. This is the Razer DeathAdder Essentials, or Essential. Nothing fancy about it. I think it was about $24. Just a normal wired mouse. It's got 5 buttons on it. Doesn't have a DPI button or anything, a button to change the DPI or anything like that. Didn't have to install any software. It just worked right out of the box. Nothing really special about it. I saw the price. I saw it. Looked nice. That's what I went with. When it comes to, mice and keyboards, there's a lot out there. A lot of options out there for, for dirt cheap. So you can pick whatever you're happy with. You can go with the brand name, you can go off-brand, doesn't really matter for that price. I just figured for the price I'd give Razer a shot. Wasn't bad. I'm more of a fan of the wireless, so going with wired didn't really I'm not gonna switch over to this mouse or anything like that, but for 24 bucks, it's good. Now the keyboard, same thing. You can go with whatever keyboard you want. Lots of options out there for in this budget price range. I went with this MageGee keyboard. Don't even know if there's a model on it. It just said MageGee mechanical 82 key keyboard. It actually has blue switches in it. I went with the 10 keyless keyboard. Kind of wish I didn't, because I really do use the numpad a lot, but for this build, I think it worked out good. For streaming and stuff, in gaming, I didn't really use the numpad, so had more space on the desk, so I guess this was actually the better choice. I did definitely want to go with mechanical though, because I think this was under $30. I think it was around $25 shipped, and I didn't think I was going to be able to get even an okay mechanical keyboard at that price range. This ended up being pretty good. I prefer brown switches, so these are a little more clicky, a little louder. Got a little different feel than I'm used to, but I mean, for the price, I was pleasantly surprised. It's got a pretty good, construction to it. It's really solid. It's got no macro keys or anything like that, which I love. It's just, very simplistic, and it has RGB. I think this one's orange backlit, so it's not RGB. It's orange backlit. Sorry, but they do have an RGB version, I believe. But like I said, in this price point, you have a lot of options. If you want to go mechanical, you still can go mechanical. If you want to go RGB, you want to go wireless, that might, bump the price up a little bit, but all in all, ended up being a decent buy. Now, last but not least, I did say the price did include a monitor. The problem is there's no good recommendations that I can make for monitors, because at that price point, you're going to have to go used. So you have to go to Craigslist or whatever your local marketplace is, like Facebook Marketplace or whatever, and look for something that's in your price range in terms of monitor wise. I found a used monitor locally for about $40. It wasn't even 1080p. I think it was 1600 by 900 resolution, so not the best. But one thing that I did find in my price range is a projector. I actually picked up this projector a few years ago. I picked it up for around $40. But there are other projectors that are out there around the same price range. You can get from Amazon, or you can even go on eBay and get some little higher quality ones used. Whether you want to use a projector for gaming, that's up to you. I've actually gamed on this before. Never had issues with it. Ideally, a monitor would be the better option, because space and all the things that go along with a projector that a lot of people don't consider when they're hooking one up in their office. You have to get this far away from the wall. You have to be able to sit where you can see it without impacting the projection. Audio, kind of hit or miss. Like this one has a speaker in it, but I'm not going to want to use that for streaming. In terms of audio though, I ended up using this headset that I got with one of my cell phones a while back. It is definitely nothing special, but I am a fan of in-ear monitors, so these earbuds ended up being pretty comfortable for me. It works. I mean, you definitely have a lot of options out there for super budget headphones. Sadly, this whole setup that I had built came out to right around $298 total. So there wasn't any budget for headphones, unfortunately. So if you have headphones laying around, there you go, perfect. You could use, the built-in speaker on the computer, which surprisingly worked. I don't know why or how, but it actually sounded okay. Probably not the best for streaming though, because you're going to get the feedback and everything. So yeah, when it comes to audio, yeah, that's kind of hit or miss, and it's going to be based on what you prefer. So go with what you like. Keep it cheap. So here's the completed build. Nothing fancy, but it works. Please note that I was recording this in my garage, so I had to have extra lighting, so none of the lighting that you're seeing is included in the budget and typically is not needed for a normal setup, so yeah, ignore the lighting. Now, I wasn't exactly sure if this would work or not, but I ended up doing a recording while I was live streaming and gaming on the PC, and this is the recording that it came out with, so yeah, pretty impressive. I ended up doing 2 live streams because the first one I tried with wireless, and then I decided to try it with wired connection to see how the quality changed. So these first clips are from the stream that I did over the wireless connection. It was only at 4500 kilobits per second, so it's not the best quality, but you can see the difference between wireless and wired is significantly different, even if it's only 1500 kilobit per second difference in bitrate. This is a test of a setup that I just built. It is a sub $300 streaming setup that includes the computer, monitor, webcam, microphone, mouse, keyboard. Yeah, this quality, no. This is no bueno.
Got a window on the left. Give me 2 seconds to crease the lock. Hack on the door is just cleared. Watch yourselves. Don't see any movement on the sensors.
Quality not so good. Yeah, I mean, sub $300 for the whole setup. Yeah, don't know what else I can really say about that. I'm actually surprised. So yeah, only 441 frames missed due to rendering lags. That's not bad at all. At 60 FPS, 720p. Yeah, I don't know what to really add. And now here are some clips from the live stream I did over the wired connection. Please note that the bitrate for this one is 6,000 kilobits per second, so it is a little bit higher than over the wireless connection. Again, I'll put a link in the description if you want to see the full VOD. Okay, hello. I am live. So this is attempt number 2 at streaming with a sub $300 PC. This time on a wired connection to see how it affects the quality. Hopefully significantly better because I have double the bitrate now, so I've made some changes to GeForce NOW, and then I made some changes to Twitch, well, OBS, streaming to Twitch in 6 megabits per second, so it should be a higher quality now too. So yeah, the quality already looks better than it did last time over wireless, so that's a plus. I'm not saying my gameplay is going to be any good, because I'm not good at this game yet.
Suspected abduction. Target could have possibly flatlined already. Not sure you're in time.
We're in time, Bug. Sure you're on phones, but that don't make you any less part of this squad.
Wow.
Squad.
Like,
Charming.
no input lag.
Bug, could at least
Press the
try to
button,
be
and it works.
Nice.
So yeah, this quality's already looking hell of a lot better than it did last time.
On your toes. More bodies incoming. They're almost on you.
Oh no. I messed up.
I kill you!
So yeah, I think with all the rain and stuff, it's definitely not game streaming friendly. So I should probably find a more calm map or mission to play. Race. I have not played this in a while.
2, 1.
Just need to hit him. Okay. Which one is it? Okay. Where's the next one at? Hey, Nev. Yeah, quality is no bueno for this. FPS just keeps tanking. So I'm doing like a solid 60 FPS right now. Then all of a sudden it just drops to like 25. Oh, the audio is really bad. I don't know if it's coming across on the stream, but the audio just gets so distorted.
Finishes up, or is finished off.
Oh.
We've
Okay.
provided company issue gear for this training assessment. When you're ready, move through the door.
Man, this is very choppy. Even though it's at 120 FPS.
All right, candidate. Interact with the objective to continue. Expediency is key in the workplace.
So I'm getting 140
Right to the
FPS,
door.
but definitely choppy. Is it because of VSync?
Now, vault over the object. Great.
So yeah, it's weird. If I cap it to 120, it goes to 97, 102, 96, 99. If I cap it to 60, it won't go above 57, 54, 58, 57. Oh, it's Control 9 to start the recording, so Control 9. Recording has started. So this is streaming plus recording.
Apparently the court figured it wasn't safe in
Audio's not doing so good right now.
Afraid some local fishermen might.
The latency, just not even noticeable.
Bug could at least try to be nice.
You want nice, supportive? Call the damn helpline.
Click, click, click.
Hey, gal, let's keep looking.
Quality is not impacted. I wonder how the stream is looking though. And I wonder how the recording is gonna look. The audio keeps cutting out though, but I don't know if that might be on my end now. It's under for 2 games. Wow, CPU really high. Oh. But still, 0.4% frames missed due to rendering lag. That's probably with the recording going. Switch over here. Okay. So yeah, that's it. That's the video. Hopefully you learned something from it, and hopefully there's you know, more and more people out there that would be able to take advantage of this, because with hardware being so expensive and so scarce, I think that cloud gaming is definitely a viable alternative these days. Thanks for watching. Peace out.